the mic room just yet. Let me see what. So we got the dual angle.
I think only this one is pointing at us.
Yeah. All right. So camera 1, camera 2, light 1, light 2. Live. Okay. This is my relaxing part of the week. Every time I hit the cameras, I'm like, okay, weekend's here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So what were you guys up to this week?
I had a pretty chill
schoolwork?
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, just schoolwork, trying to, nail down.
Took my fucking.
You really sink in these couches.
Yeah, these are like stoner couches. When we first got them, we were like,
Yeah, I remember.
dude, we need to get like a joint, because like when you sink in them, you're like,
It was really relaxing.
uh huh. But
I'm
sorry, I
vibing.
cut you off.
No. I've had a chill week. Nothing too special. I probably should have done more work than I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
do you
did like
mean?
the bare minimum of homework. I need to like start doing internship.
Oh yeah.
But
What are you thinking of going into internship for? Because right, the idea of an internship is like to look for the job that you want to go into, hypothetically.
theoretically,
Theoretically.
it would be good. I want to do something with like criminal justice reform, something like that.
Because you're public policy, no?
Yeah. So I don't know. I've been looking at like something in government or something in lobbying, some kind of nonprofit, but I don't know. I just need to get on it. Mubeen knows how much I hate networking. So I just need to like get my foot in the door,
Yeah.
basically.
Have you found anything like here on campus where you could just be like twiddle around or like?
I think I'm gonna reach out because we have a project for our ASEM where we have to reach out to people in the community.
Because like there's another thing is like policy. It's so broad, right? Like
Yeah, exactly. Like there's so many different.
forms of policy that
Yeah.
you can change. Like,
Yeah, because
what interests you? I guess would be the question. Like,
for
what
sure,
type of
stuff that surrounds like criminal justice,
Mm.
stuff and community. I don't know, criminal justice and kind of community organizations and how aspects of the community contribute to the justice system.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm thinking about kind of reaching out to professors I've taken classes
Yeah.
with surrounding criminal justice reform and seeing if I can at least get in with them, kind of talk about their research
Yeah.
and see, I don't know, if they need any help or know anyone who does.
Yeah.
But,
like doing research and stuff.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see.
It's all in the air.
It's all in the air, which is exciting, but also stressful.
I don't know. I had that weird thought the other day. I was like, what am I gonna do in a year?
I can't even think about that. It really stresses me out.
Because like I have so many different paths, right? Like I could continue this, but then I also, if I continue this full time, I'm like, I know I'm not gonna be getting paid, right?
Yeah.
So I have to do this on the side for sure. Like I'm doing it right now, and I'm like, well, what do I want to do as my main source of income?
But it's nice that you still do this on the side
Mhm.
because it's something that you're passionate about.
Yeah, no, yeah.
know,
Like
which
I
is
said,
more important.
this is like the weekend. Like people, obviously the cameras don't see it, but it's like it feels like I just like sit down and like I don't have to worry about any homework or nothing. It's like it all goes away.
Yeah.
It's super cool. That's one thing that's like it's freaking awesome because it's 5 months, dude, since August.
Really? So
Yeah.
You've been going since August.
Since August, and I showed her the contract just right now.
Oh, nice.
Because you remember with Sarap that I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to, I would like upload here and there. It'd be like month sporadic, uploads. But now it's like I have to keep my shit on.
So are you your own LLC right now?
No.
Nothing
I'm
incorporated?
not making any money. I'm spending money doing this.
No, that's.
And I was
that's
telling
fine,
Olivia, like
you know?
I spent this last like couple of months. I was spending like $200 on booze, dude. Because
That's the main.
yeah, because I was like, oh, like my guests, they'll be like nervous or whatever, and I found like no, they usually once they pick up the mic, it's like they're fine.
Yeah, we're just
So I
having
was
a
like, it's
conversation.
not necessary. I was just making it for myself. I think really, I was like, that was my excuse, but no, yeah, I had to cut it out because it was like it was a lot. I was like seeing my credit card statements. I was like.
Yeah, just going down. There's
a
nothing
lot.
coming into the bank account.
Exactly,
Everything's coming out.
And another thing is like
Yeah.
I want to get more cameras, right?
No,
I
yeah.
want to get better setup, better stuff. So that way it just feels more legit and I learn more programs.
Honestly,
Because this is like the simplest way you can do it.
It's a great start. I
Yeah,
mean, looking at your
yeah.
setup, you've got everything here. I
Mhm.
mean, we're just having a good time, you know.
Mhm. And there's a lot of
But-
stuff that MFJS is like, they'll just give away. And I'm like,
you can always talk to Aubrey about it. To
no,
see.
I know
Yeah.
Aubrey. Well, Aubrey, you know how
Yeah.
he's starting the radio station?
Yeah.
They're getting a lot of microphones and mixers. And I'm like, but they're going to use it. Like, it
Yeah.
seems like it's a legit group.
No.
I mean, USG has so much money that they will,
Yeah.
like, they're happy to help clubs out with.
Yeah.
So I think maybe something with the radio club, or you could just see if they would be willing to. I don't know how that would work with this podcast.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think it would have to be like I would have to go on and be like a DJ or a guest or, you know, actually do something for them. I don't think they would want me taking their mics to my house and be like, hey, I'm going to use it this weekend.
No,
you
no.
know? Yeah.
Do you think you want to get on the radio? Like, have a segment?
I don't know, because every time you look at like the point person of who's on the radio, for one person, there's like at least 5 people behind that person making it happen
Yeah.
on such a big production. So I don't know necessarily if I want to be at that level, but it's open to it, you know?
But I don't think DU radio is going to be like that.
No, yeah.
It'll be more chill.
No,
You
yeah.
just
And I went to the
wanna try it
meeting the
out.
other day, and their meetings are pretty freaking awesome. Like,
Really?
yeah, it sounds like they're doing a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm.
It's exciting.
Which is exciting because, like, for our first year, like when we were here, we never heard about things going on campus because it was just us. It was like us in our dorm floor, and we were playing poker and we were playing Among Us, and that's it. But now you're seeing like, oh, things are happening outside of just your little bubble,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah. I think there was a time and place for freshman year. It was nice that we made the best of what we had.
yeah.
But now it's nice that there's actually activities for us to do
Yeah.
and things.
Well, I
to
think
get
you guys are
involved in.
taking advantage of the most. Your whole group or the group chat, I guess, because there's a lot of people being added every single
Which
day.
you're in.
I know.
You
I
are
know.
in it.
He said your group like he's not a part
But
of
like,
it.
you know, like
Yeah.
I guess I'm referring to all y'all that live on the other side of university, you know, because
Yeah.
that's where all y'all live. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's a little community.
Mm-hmm.
You guys make your own thing over there.
No, yeah, we're definitely doing a lot more than we did, and I think really like we saw the difference last year. Like last spring, really was when things started opening up more, felt like normal again, and like it just kind of went into this year. I mean, yeah, we were abroad a little bit, but now we're back, and it's like we never left. You know.
That's true, both of you.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, motherfuckers went abroad, huh? Who was the only one that didn't? It would be
Yeah, Amalia didn't go.
Amalia and Marguerite. Marguerite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Damn, we're lacking.
Not lacking.
Nah, but me and Amalia are hopefully gonna be going soon.
Yeah.
Which is so exciting.
Yeah.
Dude, you could get some great content out there.
Yeah.
That's
No,
the idea
really,
to bring all
yeah.
this stuff over there.
I don't know about all of it. Maybe a camera, but
No,
you
that's
think
fine.
you'd be able to take all of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I have one soft case that fits the cameras, the microphones,
Mm.
all that stuff it's like a pole, right?
Right, yeah.
The stands and everything, so it's
Yeah.
doable. I just won't pack
Clothes.
an extra 2 pairs of underwear.
All right.
That's it.
All right.
always buy those.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you can
true.
You can always buy that over
No, yeah.
there.
You know what that reminds me of?
Hmm.
That reminds me of on spring break when
Uh-huh.
you almost forgot your camera
Yeah.
and then something broke in the airport, or did you lose the footage? Something happened in transit.
What happened? I think I almost lost the
Okay.
footage. But thankfully the tablet, I had downloaded it to the tablet first before I did anything else.
Mm.
And I was like, fuck. I was working at the hotel and I was like, that was when I edited that video and I was like,
I saw the.
I was like, fuck, like, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't want to, buy a whole nother or send it to go get it reformatted and recover all that data because it's expensive. And
I
it's,
bet.
and it's happened to me twice already. It's
Oh,
happened to me
Jesus.
twice where I had to recover data. But yeah, I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? What do I do? And I checked the iPad and it had it, and I was like, this is the
Dude.
holy grail right here. And my other camera, the older one, the one that looks like a VC, the recorder,
Yeah.
the one that Vincent's always making fun of, that one has its own like local hard drive, so
Okay.
it stored everything. So I was able to keep everything.
Because it would have been devastating. You got
Yeah,
so much
it
good
was-
footage on
yeah.
that.
And when I imported all that footage, it was like an hour of just clips. And the only thing I could have gotten a lot more, but it's just there was no chargers in the camping sites, right?
Yeah.
If not, I could have recorded like the late night conversations or the days when I passed out. You know?
Well, some of it I think was good that it didn't get recorded. Some of it I don't want to remember.
like what?
Well, I don't know. I think there were times like I loved that trip. I had so much fun.
Yeah.
But I remember some nights I was so cold in that tent. I was
Really?
like, yeah. And because you're
and
supposed to,
we were wet too. Like
Yeah.
the bottom of us was
Yeah.
wet, and I had yeah.
the rain did not help, but you're supposed to, when it's that cold, they told us to, like,
Take
you're supposed to
off
strip
jackets.
down
Yeah.
to your base layer and then sleep in the sleeping bag because it insulates the heat better.
I was scared because I was already musty. I hadn't showered, and I was like, "You're telling me to like."
You went so long because he was nice and gave us the
Yeah.
coins to shower.
Because I think it was Paige. Paige, I'm coming out for you. Took my shower. Yeah.
He gave that to you voluntarily.
I gave it to Paige because there's like tokens that you have to buy before you get in. And I was like, Paige, you go shower. It's fine. Well, I'll figure out when to shower.
And then when we went to Portland, you were like, no, Seattle. Yeah, you
Yeah.
were like, can we find a YMCA?
Yeah, can we find a YMCA? I just want to shower real quick. Or go into like a gym.
I'm so sorry that we did not
Nah,
find that for you.
it was fun. I still had a lot of fun. It was just when I came back for sure. That was the first thing I did. Like
Hit the showers.
and we got back like at pretty late.
Yeah, it was
because
late.
they delayed our flight, I think. No, they didn't.
Was it delayed? I think it was just a late flight.
Yeah, we just had a late flight, huh? We got here like at midnight one.
Tori and her sister picked us up,
Yeah, yeah.
which is so nice of them.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a long drive from over there.
it was.
And then the first thing I did was like shower. And then I remember the first thing I did, I had a couple Coronas and I was like yeah.
Unwind.
Yeah,
It was
unwind.
it was a really fun trip, but it was not relaxing. I think that was my only thing. Like we were go. Like yeah, we had a lot of shit to do.
I still liked it though.
Oh yeah, no, I had a great time.
Cause I don't know, sometimes I really don't like to like just relax all the time.
Yeah,
I'm that weird, crazy type of person where
Mhm.
I'm just like, if I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, what now? You know?
you need something to keep you
Yeah,
occupied.
unless if it's like we're all talking together, then I can be like relaxed.
Yeah,
But like for all day,
and especially because we were exploring a place like that was
Yeah, it
so
was so
beautiful
new,
and
yeah.
so cool, and none of us had been there before.
mm-hmm.
It was nice that we got to see so much of it.
So now when you were in Sweden, well, I guess we'll talk about it because this is just like the intro. I usually like to do like a couple minute intro.
I
catch up.
watched Aubrey's episode.
Yeah, and then we'll do like the music and whatever. But Sweden, like, was it the same thing? Like, were you always trying to do something, or were you taking the time to just like?
I think I found a really good balance
Yeah.
because there were some people who were abroad and they were going somewhere new every week. Like they were every
Well,
weekend.
You too. I felt like that was you.
Me?
Yeah, I feel.
No.
I was, dude, I wouldn't even go out, to be honest. I think I traveled more
Really?
within England. But yeah, there's times where it'd be like people are going out or they're doing something. I'm just like, nah, I'm low motion. So
Yeah.
that's something I'm trying to start. I'm trying to make that a thing. So low motion. Yeah, all right, hear me out. So it's basically like when you're just trying to chill. You're not trying to go out, but you can still be social.
Mhm.
You know, it's like you're not trying to do anything, but you're also like you're just chilling. You know, you're in your place. You're quiet. So you're low motion as opposed to high motion.
Are you getting into broism?
What?
Stoicism?
What's
know,
that?
You know what stoicism
No,
is?
that's
Like,
a
you
big
gotta
word
be-
for me.
It's like this philosophy where and the reason I say broicism because it's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of gym bros that are
Oh, I feel you.
that they're like nothing should affect you. You should expect people are gonna.
Oh,
you
no,
know,
things
do
affect
wrong.
me, dude.
Yeah.
No, I think, it just perfectly encapsulates a feeling,
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm not trying to go out, but I'll still chill. I'm just low motion today.
Mm.
That's all you gotta say. Olivia hates it.
It just I admit that it does fill a void of like you need a word for that feeling.
Mm.
I just don't like that one.
Well, I didn't make
And
it.
because he keeps trying to push it on everyone.
No, well, you
Oh,
did it
like-
unironically.
You should really be low motion today.
Mhm.
No,
You need to be low motion.
I'm taking the mic back. I'm taking the mic back. Listen, no, it's more like I'll say I'm low motion today, and then Olivia will be like, "Oh my god, shut up!"
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Purposely insert it into conversation, like with new people, to try to get people to pick
Yeah,
up on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
People will be like, "Oh,
What's that mean? And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh yeah, you know, I'm just like I'm chilling right now. I'm low motion," and they're just like, "Oh okay." And she gives me a look every time, but you know, it's
I
okay.
think what you need is the vibe of like carne asada as a community. That's the one thing I'm waiting for again.
in the summer?"
I want to get one of those little charcoal grills and just be like, hey,
Fire.
it's 6:00. Come over.
Do you guys have a backyard?
It's like a little patio area.
Yeah,
it's
but
perfect.
you know, no, it doesn't
It's
matter.
perfect, yeah.
It's not about the space; it's about the people. You know,
There
that's
you
all
go.
you need. I love me a barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
That's deep.
You gotta get halal meat though.
Oh, of course, I'll supply it. You know,
Yeah,
halal meats only.
yeah, because you gotta go to the fucking supplier.
Yeah, I mean it's okay.
You gotta drive all the way to Fort Collins to go pick it up.
No, I actually there's one on like Second and Third. You ever heard of Restaurant Depot?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's on I-25.
Yeah.
like I-25 and I-70.
Yeah,
Close
yeah.
to there.
I like Restaurant Depot.
Yeah. Olivia, how do you feel with directions now? Like living here so long, you still lost out here or no?
It's better.
Better?
You know, I know the general
'Cause
directions.
You have a
of-
car, no?
No,
No.
that does not help because I don't really drive
Yeah.
anywhere by myself.
And it's true. You don't really need a car in a sense. Because
Yeah.
I hardly drive. Like I fill up my car. I used to fill up my car like in the beginning of the week, right? It would take me like 2 weeks to
Mm,
empty out the tank because I just don't drive. too
yeah.
far. The longest drive I do is back home.
I think it'll be interesting once I like find an internship over the summer. I'm
Mhm.
hoping to just do something in Denver so I can take the light rail.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really need it. Directions. I like that we have the mountains because at home in Ohio, I'm as north as you can go. Basically, I'm right by Cleveland.
Uh-huh.
So the lake is like a marker.
Ah,
You
okay,
can kind of
yeah.
tell. Okay, the
Yeah.
lake is north.
Yeah.
You know where everything else is. That's what the mountains are.
But like, can you see the lake? Like, do you just get on a step stool and then you're like, oh, the lake's over there?
Well, I mean, it's flat, flatter than here. But no, I mean, I just mean like, you know, directionally,
Yeah.
it's a good foundation, you know, and that's what the mountains are.
Yeah,
mountains are
that's all
west.
it is. Yeah.
You should know the I've been telling Tori. She grew up here. She should know what directions the mountains
There's a lot
are.
of
I'm
things
calling you
that
out,
concern
Tori.
me. A lot of things that concern me with Tori and the things that she's like, what? I never do that. I was like, what?
But she's amazing, and
Yeah,
she
she's cool.
and she
Uh,
somehow
And I heard from
Oh.
Xavier,
Oh.
Ada, that we're doing 4 locos over there on the trip. We're bringing that back. I want to do it with her. It'll be a nice, it'll be a together moment.
No, honestly, if you guys do it,
Me and
I
Xavier,
will.
I think you were there too, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
The one time I drank a Four Loko was not a good experience, but I will try it again.
I mean, here's the thing. Like when you get a 4 loco, you're most of the time you were like super young and you're like, oh, this is gonna get me.
Yeah,
Duh.
because it's cheap and
It's cheap, but now we know, like, okay, let's take it slow. Like, there's no rush. That's what I've
we'll
been
sip
doing.
the Four Loko.
We'll sip the 4 loco. Like, we'll make it a gentleman's drink now. You
Mhm.
know, just
Yeah, I would be down to do it again because a lot of people like them. When I went to visit my sister,
really
I don't know, I was seeing people drinking them and I was like, is this
like
a thing
energy
now?
drinks, huh?
Yeah, is this a thing? I don't know.
Are you going to AZ with us or no?
No, dude, I'm not gonna be here, but
Where are you going?
I'm gonna be in Saudi, bro. I'm going on a pilgrimage. No, but
So is this the full like trip to Mecca or no?
yeah. So I'm
Okay.
gonna be going to Mecca, and then so typically like the one that everyone knows is like it's called Hajj. That's just a month. Like
Mhm.
it's and because we're on a lunar calendar that like changes every
So
year.
that's what this low motion is kind of inspiring.
Is explaining
from,
it.
huh? Yeah.
No, but I'm not going for Hajj because so basically Hajj is that certain time of the year.
Mhm.
And then when you go any other time of the year, it's called Umrah. So that's what I'm doing. It's like, it's not a mandatory pilgrimage, but it's like, I went when I was really little, and like my mom wants to go, so then it just worked out. This was a good time. So, but I'm coming back with my head shaved. It's like, yeah, it's crazy.
You're gonna see bald Mubeen again.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember freshman year, dude. I was bald.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it
No,
was strange.
like
I remember it.
it was like completely bald, but like it only lasted a week because my hair grows quick, and then
Yeah.
afterwards,
like
it
you
was
get
just
a little
buzz.
peach fuzz.
Yeah, I get peach fuzz like within like the day after.
Yeah.
But you know, but yeah, no, I wish I could come to AZ with you guys. It sounds like it's gonna be a fun trip.
Yeah,
But-
that's it. I was joking the other day. I was like, I wonder why Mubeen's. I wonder if Mubeen's going. And then I told Olivia, I was like, he's probably not going because we probably do a lot of haram stuff out there. It's like,
And then he said he was like, he's probably not going because like there's too many women there. Too many women. Ollie.
hey,
God,
too much
Haram.
too much temptation.
Yeah.
If you want to get into a relationship, you gotta put the ring on first. That's how we do it.
That's how you do it?
No. I was speaking for him.
Oh, okay.
I was speaking
I
for
mean,
him.
you said wheeze.
I was embodying the
Mm.
Quran for a little bit.
For sure, bro.
But man. So Sunday, do you guys think the weather's gonna be nice?
This Sunday.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's supposed to warm up for sure tomorrow.
because I'm trying to go hiking.
It's beautiful too.
Really?
Yes.
You know I'm always down to hike.
Sorry, this is a
Oh.
closed invitation.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
That's fine.
This is like it's because I wanted to go with someone that we haven't hung
Oh.
out all week.
Oh.
Like I've been busy all week, and I'm like I gotta make the time
Oh yeah.
to go. So I was like,
I think it'll be nice enough. It's gonna
hopefully.
warm up.
If not, then I'll just go like to breakfast or something.
Mhm.
Like a brunch or breakfast lunch. type
Everyone
thing.
loves brunch.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Brunch shouldn't exist. It's either breakfast or lunch.
I gotta disagree with that.
Dude, like 11 a.m. brunch hits.
It hits.
It hits, dude.
It's so nice.
Because then I had stuff to do in the middle of the day.
But it's nice to chill.
Yeah.
It's such a nice like time of day to sit down with friends and just
I
talk.
want you up by 6 in the morning. Then we're gonna come breakfast. Nah, it's just like, but
we,
yeah, that's really the plan.
we were all me, Coulter, I think Kevin and Xavier came over last night. And we were just hanging out, and Kevin was like, I gotta go. I have a meeting with Colton at 8 a.m. I was like, 8 a.m.?
No, but
I think because Colton has to go to work, but I was like, I would have made Colton meet me at any other time.
Yeah, no, not waking
Jeez.
up for that.
Dude, yeah. What I haven't had an 8 a.m. since last year. I don't think, which is good.
No, I'm not taking 8 a.m.
Technically, my last 8 a.m. was last year. Never went to it. So technically, freshman year.
Really.
Well, yeah. Well, it was PLP and it was with FLE, so I went once and then I never went back to that class. But
Was that the one I was in too?
yeah, I was never there,
Yeah.
But
How'd you pass?
bro. Cause I'm him. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never understood that. I was like, how does this guy not go to class still pass?
It's a method,
it's
bro.
the giant mystery of the
Is it?
world.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, man. I
you seem
think,
to make it work. I'm like, I wish I could have that.
dude, I don't know. It just kind of happens, you know. Just not going, and then.
So
just did
what is the
exam.
strategy, I guess, then?
What's the strat?
Yeah, so what's the strategy? Do you just like wolf the Canvas page and you're like see all the resources that are there and then you do the homeworks?
Pretty much. I think part of it is that like, and this isn't a dig on professors and stuff or anything like that, but a lot of the times I feel like how I learn isn't how they're teaching. And so if I find a class that's like that, where it's like, yeah, no, I'm not, this is like, sometimes I'll be in a class and I'm like, this is more of a waste of my time than not going to the class. And so like, because of that, when I get to that point, it's like, I'll just,
Why
I'll
is it
teach
because you
myself.
already know the content? You already
Or-
know the stuff? Or
Or
what?
I'll have some like semblance
like
of,
why
knowledge.
is it a waste of time?
to
Because
it.
you have some knowledge
Or-
of it?
Yeah, or it'll be that like I know I can teach myself more efficiently than that. So even if I don't know the material and the professor is up there just lecturing and showing problems, I'm like, I could teach myself this whole lecture in 30 minutes, then they're gonna be teaching it in 2 hours. And again, it's not a dig, it's just like
And what do you
Learning
use,
styles are
like
different.
YouTube, or what other resources do you use? You
No, I just
open
use
the
the
textbook?
I just use the textbook.
Are
I
you
go
like
through the-
Goodwill Hunting, like where you're just
No.
like photographic memory?
no photographic memory, dude. But it's all it is really it's just like I just study differently. So I'll like use the same resources and stuff. And a lot of times they'll post the same slides. So then like I'll just study off of those. And like a lot of times like they'll be going over like details that aren't as important. So it's more of like get a general idea of what this chapter is about and then get like 2 or 3 like solid details. And if it's like problems or trying to figure out how to solve something, for example, like bond or coupon rates, I just need to memorize how to do it and then I'm good.
Dude, what the fuck? Like, man, I'm like, I don't know. I guess I'm different in that way where I need to be in the class and be like, okay. Because even then, I feel like I operate better with the professor. Like,
No, yeah,
face to
and
face.
I agree. There's some
and
professors
again,
that
our courses
great.
are different, right? Yours
Yeah.
are dealing heavy with formulas and
Yeah.
and laws and all this stuff, or you too with laws and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All of my classes are discussion based, and sometimes like I was
Oh,
talking
yeah.
with Aubrey once too, or no, it was Vincent,
Mm.
where you find people that aren't even engaged in the content, and it's like it makes for such dry conversations that you're just like, come on, man, like
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. Most of my classes are discussion based too. Like
Yeah.
we're discussing policy options.
And
to-
like if they don't do the readings, then nobody talks, or they're on their 2048 or shopping Lululemon or looking for the next DU hockey game. I'm like,
I mean,
cool, man.
I can't say I'm completely checked in 100% of the time either,
Uh-huh.
but class goes faster and it's just better when you have an interesting, engaged conversation. But like that's on the professor too,
You
like you
think?
have to create an environment where people want to participate. And
You don't think it's like the individual trust like that students have with each other? Because like if we create a trust within the students, then it's like, oh, I'll be open to talk about certain things. Like, oh, I'll actually be open to speak up. And now that I'm like third year in, I already know half of like the classes that I'm in, like the people that I'm taking
Yeah.
classes with. So I'm like, oh, she's cool. Juliana, she's tight. She's into her art shit. Or I got Emma next to me. She's always like talking about fashion and what's going on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to do that so that way it makes for better classes. But when I go to other like courses, like when my electives, bro, don't even get me started. Like elective courses, because I don't know anyone. Like I don't know anyone in those departments, right?
Yeah.
Because I've taken some in MFJS, I've taken some in like the English department, and it's like, damn.
I think it's a little bit of both because yes, I've been in a class where I know people, like my public policy classes,
Mhm.
where I have gotten to know the people in the degree.
Yeah.
It's nice because you're already comfortable with them, so you want to talk with them, and it doesn't matter as much about the environment that the professor makes. But I think that you have to be like they have to pose interesting questions.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know. I'm not
just find
motivated.
stuff that's in the book and stuff.
Yeah,
'cause
I'm
then
not
you're like,
motivated to talk if you're just reading off slides. Like I don't need to. I don't necessarily need to come
Yeah.
if you're reading off slides.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but you're right. Like I'm gonna be more comfortable talking.
To people that you saw like a couple quarters later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But
All right, let's get away from school shit. Let's
thank
take a
you.
break.
Yeah.
And then camera 1, light 1, camera 2, light 2, check. We're now rolling live on another set of Jandro's Live on Sunday, presented by the LWH Studios, with your host,
Alejandro Carrillo.
and two special guests, Olivia Crimaldi and Mubeen Matin. Our producers had only expected one guest, but since they both came together, we figured we might loop them in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode. I know that's a basic ass intro, but it's true. It's been 5 months since we started, and I was just thinking about it when I was setting up the studio with Olivia for Olivia. It's been a whirlwind of experience going from USB mics with a crappy old computer to now having all the stuff that I have today, and even having job opportunities being offered to me. So I'm thankful to be here today with Olivia and Mubeen.
Yeah, I'm here.
Last minute scheduling, but it's always to have more than less. So thank you guys for being on. But all right, let's do a quick introduction. Olivia, how did we first meet? Where did we meet? If you remember.
Yeah, we were both on floor 4 South of Towers our freshman year.
We were in the 4 block of Saginaw.
And you were roommates with Jacob, Aubrey, and Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we were all just really close on that floor that year.
Yeah, because of COVID, and obviously we couldn't do much. All of our classes were
Yeah.
in our dorms.
Yeah, exactly. We were just constantly around each other.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
around no one else.
Yeah,
Which was good for the time because
Uh-huh.
we were our little bubble. But
and we were getting used to like college as well. Like,
yeah.
I hadn't, looked into. I really didn't know what college life looked like. I just heard about it from movies and stuff.
Yeah.
I never really talked to people like, oh, what's college about or
Yeah.
anything like that. So I was like,
And, when you shove a bunch of people in the same space who don't know anyone, like we're all in the same mindset of wanting to meet new people, meet new friends.
Yeah. I think, when do you think was the point when we said, all right, I think we're going to be friends? Was it after Ben's birthday? Or would you say before that?
I think it was before that.
Yeah?
For sure. Yeah. Because all fall quarter, we would I think it was when I would come home. Well, if I went anywhere,
Yeah.
when I would come home and we would all just be hanging in the common room.
Yeah.
Like
Playing
people would
poker,
be playing poker, doing
Among
homework.
Us and stuff like that.
Basically, if you were on the floor, you were hanging out in the common space, which was so nice.
I always, and I'll admit, I always tried to like stay in my room. I was like, I gotta do my stuff. But it's because
yeah.
I had my job. I had the FedEx freight job. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I was working all the way in Henderson, which is like a 30-minute, 40-minute drive.
Jeez.
So I would leave here from 5, get over there at 6:37.
In the morning.
No, in the
Okay.
evening. Get out at midnight. Get here at like 12:40, 1. Study for like 20, 30 minutes, and then go to class at 8 a.m. on Zoom.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You're always working the weird, like,
I know the weird
night
shifts.
jobs.
Yeah. I like I don't know. I like the night shifts. They're interesting. Definitely interesting at the hotel for sure.
The hotel.
It's funny. I have this one picture, and I still remember it. The first time I got yelled at the hotel by someone.
Yeah.
And I took a picture of it because I was like, oh, I know how to work the camera. So I would rewind the cameras. And I took a picture and I was like, this motherfucker, if I see him again. But no, I doubt it.
Some guests are just terrible.
Yeah. But Noorjahan had my back. She was like, oh, no, you didn't mean anything. Because I think he was like complaining about, I asked him if his laundry was done. And he thought it was like condescending in the sense that like, hey, finish up your laundry. That's how I was asking it. I was like, hey, is your laundry done? He's like, what is that supposed to mean? Do you want me to hurry up? And I was like,
Jesus.
all right, this is where my shift ends. And it was true. Like my shift was ending.
Yeah.
But
Do you think you get like ruder people because you're at the night shift?
no, they're all very tired. They're like, can I just get in my room? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
It's more during the day, I think, when people are like, here's my reservation. Here's this and stuff like that. But it was, I mean, it's a good experience. But okay. You're not from Colorado.
Not from Colorado.
Originally moved here in 2020, right?
That's correct.
From where?
I'm from a suburb outside of Cleveland,
Okay.
about 20 minutes outside of Cleveland, called Avon Lake. Shout out.
Yeah, all that.
Shout
all
out.
that.
Yeah, it was a really cool place to grow up. I really liked, we were right by the lake. We're like the northernmost
so, okay.
city.
So Ohio, is that technically East Coast, not East Coast? What would
It's
you
Midwest, technically.
Okay.
But it doesn't make sense that Ohio is Midwest and Minnesota is Midwest. Like, I don't know. It's too
I
big
don't
of a
have map in
region.
front of me.
I'm
Sorry, I
not
can't
good at
imagine.
geography.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not having this
We need
conversation with the right people.
We need Vincent. Yeah, they'll be like, oh, yeah.
It's right here.
Yeah.
Here, the latitude and longitude.
Oh, it's American geography. We should know this.
I'm not good at that.
Bro, I got, okay, this is a little bit off topic, but I would get so much shit for not knowing European geography while I was abroad.
Oh, really?
Because it's an American stereotype, like, oh, you guys don't know where shit is. I don't know where stuff is,
Tell
but I
'em.
do know where the United States are and where each individual state is.
Yeah, that's good. I know like roughly what's around
It's
the
like,
area.
it's over there. Or something,
Yeah.
you know?
But okay, so
Anyways.
Minnesota, Midwest, that's like close to Michigan, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Ohio is technically Midwest. I think it should be like we should have some kind of Great Lakes region, but we don't. But yeah, Ohio it borders like Indiana is on the left, Pennsylvania is on the right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Now I'm imagining it.
Yeah, you can see it now.
Now I can see it.
Yeah. But yeah, it was. I think Ohio gets
Is it-
a bad
okay.
rap.
Is it hot out there? Is it humid over there?
It's way more. It's more
Compared
humid
to
than
here, yes.
anything's more humid than here.
Yeah.
But it's not as humid as the South for sure.
Okay.
Um,
So summers were like a perfect mix of heat and humidity.
I mean, it would get hot. It would get like upper 90s sometimes, but it was a good mix because
Yeah.
we would have all the seasons.
Because that's what I love. I love the humidity.
Yeah, winter there is terrible though.
It's cold.
I love winter here because at least you'll get sun. There,
Mm.
it will be gray for 5 months. Like you
Mm.
will not see the sun all winter,
Damn.
and it's
And
terrible.
you're pretty well. You were living close to a body of water, so it got hella cold, right? Because
Yeah, and just the weather's unpredictable, but it is here too.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're used to that. So did you always live in? You said Avon, right?
Avon Lake,
Avon Lake.
and that's a important distinction
Okay.
because Avon is a
Avon
city
Lake.
south of us, and there are rivals.
Oh, so
Yeah.
where was the city that you grew up in?
Avon Lake.
Avon
So,
Lake is
yeah.
a city,
Yeah.
but then Avon City.
There's also a city called Avon, which is directly south of us. Yeah, they're just jealous. They don't have the lake.
I would love. I'd love to have a lake.
It was sick. I mean, we're not boat people, but a lot of people there are boat people. So you like
I don't care if you have like boat people or not. You have a lake, like fuck yeah.
it's so nice. In the summer, everyone goes up to the lake to see the sunset every night.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah.
That's what I want here in Colorado. Just like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's
a
kind of
nice-
sad you guys don't
we
have
have
a
Cherry
body
Creek,
of water.
bro.
No,
There's
no,
bodies.
no.
There's bodies floating up.
Listen,
Well, I mean, Lake Erie is also kind of disgusting. I hate to on it, but
Still cool. Like a cool little land. So went to high school like pretty far away from Avon Lake or what?
in Avon Lake,
In
went to Avon Lake High School.
Is that a big public school?
Relatively, we had like 300 students per
Per
grade.
class?
Yeah,
So 1,200
yeah.
roughly.
So I would say like average size. I was so surprised when I hear about how big your guys' high schools are here.
Well, that's him. I went to a tiny. My
Oh, okay.
total class, like total school, had 400 students. My graduating class only had 100 students.
Oh wow.
So we're tiny, yeah. But
But in Denver.
Yeah.
no, Like I went to school at Smoky Hill. That's in Aurora, and so like that.
it feels like a college campus already.
Yeah, it's like a small like the amount of people there. It's like if you go to like if you've ever been around like CCD or any of those community colleges, like the amount of people that are around there, it's like the same. That's how high school was. It was like
Mhm.
average of like 550 people per class. Like and that was like my graduating class was 580 people.
Jeez.
So like yeah, like my class was the size of Ollie's school.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a little bit bigger, but I mean, it was cool going to a big school, but we'll go back to the Ohio stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what everyone wants to
Yeah,
hear.
because I've never heard of like where.
And Ohio gets a bad rap. Like every time you say, "Oh, I'm from Ohio,"
Why?
it's the memes.
For some reason, there's just this meme that started.
I like the
It's like-
Midwest culture. It's like hunting and like being on your own and doing all that stuff. It seems cool, and there's a lot of like natural resources where you can go out and like explore. Like here too, like
Yeah.
here as well, but out there, I don't know, it feels different.
Yeah,
It's a different
it's a
type
different
of-
vibe for
Uh-huh.
sure. Like it's cool coming to Colorado and seeing such a different kind of headspace.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think I come from Avon Lake is kind of more suburbia,
Uh-huh.
and we're close to the city. But if you go down to like Southern Ohio, completely different vibe. It's like much more rural. My mom's family is from down there. But it's still, pretty. They have cabins in the woods and they
And
go
your
hunting.
parents, what do they do? I've never heard.
My mom's an accountant, kind of
Uh-huh.
more of a project manager,
Uh-huh.
working with a bank from Pittsburgh, so close
Oh,
by.
Yeah.
And my dad is a psychologist. He's
Oh.
yeah.
So he knows how to.
But he's like a
Manipulate.
consultant. No. He's like a consulting psychologist.
Okay.
And he does
Like
like
for companies and firms and
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah, he's been at
Like,
NASA.
does he do like the group workshops, like for?
Yeah, I honestly, his job is sometimes a mystery to me.
He's like,
That's how I'm trying to be there.
All right.
You never know what I'm doing.
Yeah, he's worked with a bunch of different companies, which was so helpful growing up, honestly, because he could like take time aside to like be with us while we were growing up. But yeah, he's like an occupational psychologist, and he's been at NASA for like the past 5 years.
That's
yeah,
tight.
and he loves it. It is his like
So there's
dream.
There's a facility over there in Ohio.
Yeah,
or what?
yeah. I think it's NASA Glen. It's right by our airport. So every time I fly in, I see like the big
Is that where they
meatball.
Is that where they control the weather? Is that where the
Oh,
government
yeah,
controls the weather?
yeah.
That's
Good
tight.
spot right by Lake
That's
Erie.
tight.
By the lake.
yeah. I don't know what they're doing over there. Some top secret stuff. I got to
They're building
go
X-Force or
Space Force.
Yeah, the Space Force.
I got
This
to.
is real, guys.
I know. That's why we're saying it's over
We
there.
know, but what are they doing?
All right.
I got to go and like tour the facilities.
Oh, yeah?
They had some kind of parent kid day.
Mm.
And it's really cool. They have giant aircraft hangars. I think he does more of the aeronautic stuff than the space stuff. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool that they have a facility close by,
That's
and
tight.
he loves it. Like the way that he loves his job just makes me want to find something that I enjoy doing so much. You know,
Does that put like pressure? Like
not necessarily pressure. It's just like a goal.
you already
life
know
goal of
what
mine.
that looks like and stuff.
Yeah, to see someone who genuinely enjoys like going to work and doing what he does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I want to do and what would make me that happy, but I know I want to find it. You know, like it's worth working.
It's out there. You know, it's out there.
And honestly, that's important because you know after all this school stuff, we've been doing what we had 12 years of high school, 4 years of undergrad, and then what the next 40 years. You just gotta be working. Yeah, it's crazy to think about, but I think that's why like
gotta find hobbies, dude.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then you know, life comes at you. Like everyone will have different things going on, but I think like you know, it's gonna sound corny, but it's like if you love what you do, you're not gonna work a day in your life. So, but yeah, Deep.
Or like I was telling Olivia, just make a decision and just say screw it. Just roll with the consequences. Honestly, that's
You could do
how
that
I kind
too.
of do it too. Like I just shoot first, ask questions later. I'm not like Jacob. You know how Jacob is like very
methodical.
Why do I want to do this? Why? Who is telling me?
I think
Why
you gotta
do-
have
how
some
does
kind of a
this work?
balance with that. You know, like sometimes you gotta go for the shot, but also think about the shot you're taking.
Mhm.
But you know, it works. You know, just taking a shot sometimes.
Yeah.
I do not live like that.
No?
I will tell you
Not-
right now,
not
I
on
do
the
not live like
extremes?
that. I'm much more on the Jacob side. Like,
Yeah.
I just have to think through everything, every decision, which I agree. I should probably like try to mix in a little bit of both
A little spontaneity.
because it's stressful living life like that.
Thinking
I get
about
stressed
everything, like,
out.
jeez, I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, what? So you do jujitsu, no, or what? do you-
Judo.
Judo.
I did a little bit of jujitsu. but
What's the difference there? It's another
Jujitsu?
martial arts, right?
Yeah, they're similar. Jujitsu is a lot more like groundwork.
Uh-huh.
A little bit more similar to wrestling.
But I've heard jujitsu is a mix of different types of styles, right?
Yeah, for sure. I trained a little bit in Brazilian jiu-jitsu because
Uh-huh.
my club was doing that too. But it's a lot more like grappling, less throws, more groundwork, and you can do more like judo. You can only do chokes and arm bars. Jiu-jitsu, you can do a lot more. You can do
Yeah.
like knee locks and all that crazy stuff.
Damn.
Yeah, I never got that far into
No?
jiu-jitsu. It's cool though. Honestly, if I was gonna go back, I would want to do more jiu-jitsu.
What's keeping you from going back into judo or jujitsu?
One, I don't have my gi here.
We can order you one tomorrow. That's
no.
easy.
I got my special one. It's all
Really?
broken in. Yeah, no. But yeah, I've been talking to my dad about it, and I definitely want to get back into it, just because it's something I genuinely enjoy doing. And I got it, like when I was competing, I definitely hit a roadblock and just.
What happened there?
I think I just got burnt out, to be honest.
Like you were doing it too, because you said you were what, champion, or what was, how high did you reach the judo level? Because it's pretty up there.
Yeah, I did it. I started doing it in 3rd grade, and I started competing pretty soon after, like maybe a year after, and
like 4th, 5th grade.
Yeah, and I have been competing until freshman year of high school, which doesn't sound long, but it's like the competition season is all year. And I ended up, I am so grateful for the opportunities that judo has given me, because people in the community always like to tote like, oh, if you say you do baseball and you go up to somebody else who does baseball, they'll be like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
But
judo is kind of
judo's
that
different.
one thing where it's like, oh, like
If you run into somebody else who does judo, like in a new city, they will feed you, house you, like take you in.
It's still a very niche kind of
It's just such a great community. And I met so many cool people through it and got so many opportunities. I got to go to Puerto Rico for the Pan Am Championship, and I got bronze there. And I got to go to Japan to train in 8th grade.
Damn.
Yeah. But to answer your question, the highest, like my
biggest achievement, I guess.
achievement, would be I was junior Olympian. I got gold in the Junior Olympics.
At what?
I don't
8th grade, freshman year.
I don't even know what year that was. Now that I think about it, I want to say
you
like
have the medal.
Yeah, I have the not on me.
I carried it. I got that.
I'm not like Vincent carrying around my rings.
Dude, yeah.
No. He earned those rings. I'm just giving him shit, but yeah, that was the biggest achievement.
And
I want to say like 2012, but I'm not sure.
Where was that?
It was in Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, and it's really
sorry. In Texas.
That was bad.
That was very bad.
But it is one of my just a good memory, because it was one of the first big tournaments that I went to, and I was the only one kind of going to those in my club at the time. So my coach wasn't even able to come because nobody else was competing from my club there.
Yeah.
So it's just me and my dad. We flew down there. Like the night before, he had me like doing practice fit-ins in our hotel room. Like he just put on my gi and would help me warm up. And like before the tournament, he would help me warm up. Like it was just me and him down there, and we got it done.
Damn.
Yeah, we got it done. Yeah.
And then once you started high school, you were like,
once you get to a certain level, like once you get to at 16, you can start doing chokes. And then once you get to 18, it's like people are training for the Olympics.
Yeah.
It becomes, if you want to stay at a high level once you're an adult,
you're thinking Olympics when you're starting high school.
Oh yeah.
If you were to continue that path, right?
For sure. If you want to stay at a high level when you're that age, it's got to be a significant portion of your life. Like there's people who are homeschooled and training all the time. You do a ton of travel. You're traveling around the US to go to the good clubs. Like my friend Isaac went to go train with one of the best clubs in the country because he wanted to move up, and that's kind of what you have to do. So I kind of had to make that choice: is do I want this to be a significant part of my life and put other things on hold? Yeah. And I just wanted to be a normal high schooler, I wanted to run cross country and play softball and do all these other things. And I also think a part of it was I was just reaching my limit, Yeah. People are crazy good, and I just kind of started getting insecure about it,
Because you got to get to a certain point where you're like, nah, nobody's going to touch me, and I got to keep going, and I got to keep going.
Yeah.
But there's times where it's true. It's like, even I see it now. I'm like, damn, like there's productions out there that have teams of people.
Yeah.
And they do it every week. and I'm over here like struggling to keep my eyes open at midnight. Like I gotta get it done. But no, I feel you where there's like it gets intimidating at times because there's always gonna be the bigger, better, badder person.
Always.
Out there. Always.
And it's hard not to compare.
Mhm.
You know, it's hard not to look at that person and compare accomplishments and how hard they're working, and it can be a good motivating tool, but at some point you just run out of steam.
Yeah, that's true.
So
then from high school you were like, all right, I'm gonna live my normal life, do my own shit. How was that? Like just cooling?
it was good.
Yeah.
I loved high school. I loved running cross country and playing softball.
Always active though, huh?
Yeah, for sure. And that's something I kind of miss being here. Like I miss having like organized sports, like being part of a team.
There's intramurals though, you know. Amalia
yeah.
and all them, they do the intramurals and
Oh,
stuff.
we're making a team next
What?
quarter.
For what?
I don't even care. Something.
I keep hearing that from you. We're making a team. And
We're
then-
making it. Xavier and
And
I.
then
Hey.
nothing happens.
Hey. If I'm gonna be harassed, I'm definitely gonna make a team.
Just be careful though. I hear they take ACLs.
Well,
On the intramurals.
They did take mine.
well, I don't know if we're recruiting him.
Hey, I'll be good.
Well, yeah, that is true. When do you get back?
I'm still recovering, dude. I think the full recovery process is a year, and I had my surgery in July. So
That's
I mean,
wild.
like the max, the soonest I'll be like good, like cleared to play sports or whatever, would be like May or like March, maybe. It really depends. Like, and that it's so crazy because it's like they cut my leg open and they took another part from like behind my leg, and now that's in my knee.
Reduce, recycle, reuse.
Yeah, it's great.
baby.
So like, they took part of my quad tendon. So
wow.
So part of my quad is in my knee now. But
Quad
surgery
is this one,
boring.
right?
That's your hamstring, buddy.
Which
Quad's at the top.
I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't know that. I don't
Yeah, it's
know
on
that.
the leg. All right.
Is it this one?
Yeah, this is your
Yeah.
quad
Okay.
right up top.
So
But,
they took that and they put that in there.
Yeah, they took a segment, like one of the strands, because it's like a fibrous muscle. But
It's so crazy, yeah.
no, it's insane because it's like and like even now, like I mean,
just wait to the part where we're taking like, I don't know. You think they'll do this like in the future? Where, like they'll be like people that give their bodies up to medicine. They'll be like, yeah, I'll give it up to medicine, and they're just like a junkyard of parts of like
Jesus.
just bodies, and they'll just
You
be
know,
using them.
Didn't that happen?
That'll
The
be.
military was using bodies donated to medicine.
well, no, okay.
But, like, that would be- I
they
don't
use
know.
those as like. There's this really funny story, and honestly, it might need to be verified, but we're gonna
Yeah, we're gonna go
we're
with
gonna
it
say
anyway.
it. We're gonna say with it to
It's
say it.
entertainment
So-
value.
So this family, all right, they donate their grandmother's dead body to medicine,
Uh-huh.
and then like turns out the hospital they gave the body to sold the grandmother's body to the military, and it got blown up in a training exercise. I'm laughing. I don't know how true
But
it is.
why can't they use like another thing that like emulates a body?
Or yeah,
We
I think
need the real
we need the real.
thing.
We need the cadaver. No, but I don't know if you've ever seen it. There's this show on Netflix. I'm really blanking on the name. Something Carbon, but it's basically like that, where it's like people don't die anymore. That's the whole premise of the show. Instead, like you pay more and like you get your soul transferred into like another body or your consciousness. And, like I've seen a couple episodes.
Oh, where
of
they
it.
freeze them, right?
I don't
I
even
heard
know.
a podcast
It's,
once too about it, where
is it?
they freeze someone.
No,
and then,
this is just a purely
pay.
fictional Netflix show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, you thought this was
no,
real
but
life?
No,
Yeah.
but I'm saying there is one
Uh,
thing where they can do
no.
that, where you pay, like you put your money like in a,
Oh yeah, and they'll put you like Walt Disney's Frozen right now.
and they'll freeze you,
Yeah.
yeah, and the hope is that they will get enough people to invest in this,
Or like
research
in the
later
future
on
they'll be able to come back
to bring them back
Yeah.
alive.
Technology. That's
Yeah, no, me neither.
and honestly, like I mean, we're talking about different stuff. If an apocalypse ever happened, I'm not surviving. I'm being so real. I don't know if have you been watching The Last of Us?
No,
This is
but
a-
I see some episodes.
Well,
Yeah?
it's it's good, but I'm not gonna go too much into it. But You know, I think if something like that, like,
But why do
tragic
you say
happened-
you don't think you could survive?
No, I think I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying I don't have the will for it. I'm saying
You're like, I give up.
No, literally,
I'm
like
done.
what? You're telling me like 80% of humanity's gone. You got to scrounge for stuff. You got to worry about factions of people. You got to worry about now zombies. I'm good, bro. Someone take me out. I lived a great life. I don't need it. But again, we're digressing. But
I just don't
Anyway.
want to live in constant fear, you
Yeah,
know?
true.
Like
So-
I would not want to live my life constantly looking over my shoulder.
But people get off of that type of thing. Like
Yeah.
No, for sure.
like there's people that motivates them, and I couldn't even fall into that category sometimes
Really?
as well. Yeah.
Really.
But like like that constant fear, and it's true because again, I'll go into the podcast again. There's this one called Dr. Drew After Dark, and he's a medical professional. And
Yes, I've seen him.
and it's like a comedy
Yeah.
type like medical stuff, but he says that methamphetamines and like crack cocaine, when people smoke it, they'll go towards like law enforcement, and like other drugs
Really?
like relaxants and depressants, they'll go away towards law enforcement.
Hmm.
And it's because they have that like that anxiety or that paranoia, and people just like that they want to go up to it, they want to confront it.
And probably like a drop in inhibitions, like alcohol. you
Yeah.
know? That's interesting.
So
Though.
yeah, I was like, maybe the people that do like the meth and all that, they would thrive in the fucking apocalypse. They'd be like,
Well,
woo! I don't even need to buy.
probably not without the meth.
Yeah.
They kind of
Yeah.
need that.
They do.
But yeah, there's a whole episode kind of centered around one of those like doomsday preppers,
Mhm.
and he was set. You know, like if you have the survival skills, like ex-military,
Well, that
kind
that's-
of thing,
I kind of
you're set in the apocalypse.
I kind of dig that kind of thing. Not necessarily because I feel like there's an apocalypse coming anytime soon, but because I want to feel safe. Like, let's say my car breaks down,
Oh yeah.
I know what to do, or
Yeah.
I'm stranded on the road. Oh well,
Oh yeah. Self-sufficiency is important.
that I want to feel safer that way, because I don't know. And this is just my personal view. I know I was shit talking you earlier, but like I don't know if I could feel comfortable without being able to do
Oh, yeah.
working on my. And there's still a lot of things that I don't know, but
Oh,
as
yeah.
of right now, I feel somewhat comfortable to where I'm like, okay, I can actually go to another state and actually feel okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm fine,
Yeah.
because that's a big step for some people.
Well, I mean, I have so many safety nets set up for me here in
Yeah.
university.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people here to help you and to help you adjust. Because I mean, it's definitely one of my concerns. I do not have so many of these life skills. Anytime anything breaks in my
Uh-huh.
apartment, I would
Yeah.
not know what to do. Like
Yeah.
my blinds broke last weekend,
Oh.
and Mubeen and Vincent had to jump in and fix it. But seriously, anytime anything breaks or like I have any kind of handy work to do, I'll just like call my dad and be like, "Hey, Dad, how do I fix this thing?"
Honestly, that's. I mean, like I said, it goes back to that self-sufficiency stuff. I mean, eventually, like, I feel like you like learn. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already like working on stuff you learn like as you have to start making adult decisions. Like my
Mhm.
mom is helping me with like financial literacy and stuff, but
Mm.
it just sucks. It's not fun things to learn.
There's skills that you're like, oh, damn.
Yeah, it's too much. But you also don't want to go into the world, and not have these skills.
Mm-mm.
I don't want to be, taken advantage of. Every time I roll up to like a car mechanic place, I'm like, I'm not going to be taken seriously here.
No, but I mean, you still find it very like, as long as you know somewhat of what's going on, then you can say, oh well, I know what the fuck is, that's not.
Yeah,
gonna,
you just have to be able to advocate for yourself,
Yeah.
and that
Did they ever
takes.
try to get you to buy blinker fluid.
No, I know enough not to do that.
I went to one of those like shops where what is it, Breaks Plus?
Yeah.
Mm.
And when I walked in, I was like, oh, I know this job's easy. I just don't want to do it. They quoted me for like, because I just needed an alignment. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, $50, cool. That's usually what it is." And then they come back like, all right, so we've had a couple problems, and we just thought we'd alert you. So you want to come back? And I was like, what are the odds motherfuckers gonna say? And it turns out they were just like, oh yeah, your CV axles and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, well yeah, I can take care of that. Out $200, I can do that. You know, that's like a $300 job. When they quoted me $3,000,
Jeez.
and I was like, that the next day I bought the part, did all the work myself, brought the car in the next weekend, paid $50
Yeah.
Yep.
for the job that I was gonna do. And I was like, because I can't do an alignment. Like that's one of those jobs where you have to have like special tools and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, if someone wouldn't have known,
That's the thing. Like
About the cars,
I would
like-
not know. That's why it's important to like either know how to do that or know
Know
someone
someone
you trust
that is like
that could
okay,
look at your car and give
be
you
like,
a
"No,
fair
you
quote.
don't need to do that, or you can go somewhere else, or you know.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. They would have gotten me with that.
Yeah, no, $3,000, and I
They
was
would
like,
have gotten me.
yeah, buddy.
I'd be like, okay.
And I told them to even order my part for me,
Mm.
because most of the guys are like, they know how to work, like where to order parts and where to find them. I was like, yo, can you order this shit for me? Just put my credit card. It's like,
Yeah.
I can't do that. That's company policy. It's like, but I'll send you this link. And
Oh, there we
exchanged
go.
numbers, and he
There
sent
we
me the
go.
part number and everything.
Nice.
But okay, back to you and your story. Now, what was the whole decision to come to Colorado? Why? Who? What?
Junior year of high school, I took a cross country trip out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our team would go and train at, you guys know Adams State?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're one of the best cross country teams. I think they're
Mm.
D2 or D3 though. But they have an amazing team and they have a summer camp.
Where's Adams State? I don't know where.
It's down by Colorado Springs, but I think further west, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they have a
But
summer
isn't
camp.
that interesting? Like they're the best cross country state, but they're still D3. Wouldn't they be D1?
Is it size? I don't know how.
Yeah, I think a lot of it just depends on the size of the school. and
I always
stuff
thought it was
that.
like the quality of the, because we're D1, but we're small compared to CU Boulder,
No, that's true.
right?
And like, but still, there's still like really good D2, like you can
No,
be the
yeah,
best
yeah.
D2 program and like
Mhm.
still be, really good. But yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, they had a summer camp down here that our team has been going to, I think, for a few years. But
Oh,
it's like every other year, so you get as many new runners, to
Yeah.
go as possible. But it was just such a good time. We came down here a few days early, hung out in Colorado Springs,
Yeah.
rock climbed in Garden of the Gods.
Ooh,
Yeah, beautiful.
And
I
it's
was
in the
just
summer too, so yeah.
exactly. I think my mind was blown a little bit because
Ah.
Ohio was, flat and just kind of cornfields, and I mean the lake is beautiful.
Really, I thought it would be more green and like
Depends on where you are.
vegetation. and
We
stuff.
have like down by Ohio University, we have really beautiful like caves and forests.
Uh-huh.
but-
That's what I imagine in Ohio, because it's in that general area. Like
Yeah.
Illinois has some similar parts like that.
I think it just different parts of Ohio.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have both. But yeah, my mind was just blown. It was so beautiful and such an active lifestyle. I
Mhm.
think was the thing that I was just not used to. So many people are out running or skiing or biking, and you're kind of encouraged to do so
Yeah.
because it's so beautiful. You live in such a beautiful place where you have access to these mountains.
Colorado or Denver is one of the places where you can see like moms jogging at like 1 p.m.
Exactly.
And then,
Exactly.
like,
With their stroller.
yeah, with the stroller and the dog,
Which is amazing.
Sometimes the dog will be in the stroller.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of motivated. It seemed like such a cool place to live, and I knew I wanted to go out of state. I knew because
you're the oldest too, right?
yeah, and most people from my high school will go to like Ohio State or Miami.
Okay, Ohio State or Michigan?
Bro, is that a question? I'm from Ohio. I'm not gonna betray them like that.
Did you ever go to the games?
No.
Because I watched the whole documentary this other day.
It's
and
crazy.
It's a long-standing history of like Ohio State
Yeah.
versus Michigan.
I mean, even me, I'm not even involved in.
but you know.
But you grow up knowing, go Buckeyes,
Yeah.
fuck Michigan. You just
Bucky,
grow up-
right? That's the what's the
Um,
mascot?
Brutus.
Oh.
I would have gotten in trouble if I didn't pull that out. It's Brutus. But yeah, most people go to Ohio State or Miami or one of the state schools, which are great schools. I toured, and I almost went. I would have gone there if I didn't go.
Miami or
no, it's a school called Dayton, in Dayton, Ohio, which had a really good programs and like
smaller
trips.
or is it a little bit bigger than you? Or
I want to say relatively the same.
Oh, okay.
I don't really remember.
So you were looking for something a little smaller, no?
I definitely wanted medium sized to small because like my sister went to University of South Carolina and I just got to visit her.
Yeah.
Completely different vibe.
Wow.
You have to Uber to get like to places around campus. Huge campus, just
Really?
huge student body. I mean, she says you can't really notice in classes, but it would have been too big for me for sure. But I do want to go to one of the football games.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom and dad got to go and they said it was nuts. Crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to go out of state, and this was the first place that I visited where it was beautiful and such an active lifestyle. So I got to visit DU right before COVID, which was lucky because my mom would not have let me go if we did not visit. And it was a really cool visit. It was snowy.
Like, this is one of the ones. When did you make the decision? Closer towards choosing day?
It was definitely down to the wire.
Yeah.
In like late May.
It was between Dayton and here.
And I was like waiting to hear from. I applied to Vanderbilt, which was a really cool school. I was waiting to hear back from them. And I think they waitlisted me, and my dad was like, just accept off the wait list. I just want to see how much money they give you. And I was like, I already know. My heart is in Denver.
Yeah.
You know.
You planning on staying here after?
That I don't know. Because
you've already traveled. I didn't even know about the stuff for before you were in high school, but you already went to Sweden, right?
Yeah. I got to go to Sweden last quarter, which was one of the best experiences of my life, genuinely.
It sounded like badass.
So much fun. And Europe, I think, is just a completely different vibe from the US. And some Americans will go and hate it and want to go back, and some people go and. So
then what do you think is the thing that attracted you the most about Sweden?
I think I cannot emphasize the importance of a walkable city more. It is so nice. But I loved not having a car.
Yeah, you said you had a bike too.
Yeah, everyone there has bikes. It's just so convenient to be able to get around without having to worry about that.
So then what's the culture? Is it like you bring groceries for the week, or do you bring groceries for the day, or you don't even bring groceries?
I think it's more.
There's some cities, like Mexico City is this type of city. New York is this type of city as well, where you don't buy groceries. Like it's actually worse to buy groceries for the week than if you just go out and eat out in the street, you know?
Yeah, I think it's more, and I think being in walking distance to a store kind of contributes to this.
Yeah.
People would just go and buy groceries for the day or for the next 3 days. Because you could always tell when we were Americans or international people in the stores, because I would have a huge cart packed with stuff, spending like $50 at the grocery store. And then everyone else has a handful of things. Yeah. So like, I adapted.
Bag and then,
exactly. Yeah. I adapted. After a certain point, I was like, this is embarrassing. I gotta buy a few things every day. And it was easy. It was across the street from my apartment building.
The food in Europe is it's a bit more fresh. They have less preservatives and stuff. So it's like you can't buy groceries for 2 weeks. It's gonna go bad.
Yeah.
Like a week most. And even then, like I was doing dailies. Just it was like easier because like, okay, I'm gonna make myself lunch. I'm just gonna go and get some ingredients, make lunch, and that's it.
You go to Nando's or what?
all right. No, yeah, I went to Nando's a couple times, you know. But no, I think
by the end of the trip,
bro, there was no membership. You know, did Mookie put you up to this? My brother, man. Oh, jeez. No, but it was on my story a lot. Every time I went, I had to put it on the story, you know.
I don't get the hype for that.
It was good, Olivia. You didn't have it again though. So when we went to Ireland last
That's
year,
true. And you went to Ireland too. Damn.
yeah. When we went to Ireland, like
Can't
we
wait
stopped
to get back on the road again.
we went to London right after our Ireland trip. And like we went to Nando's and like we had it and Olivia was like, it's not that good. And we were just like, bro, I think what it is, it's more about the sauces than it is about like the chicken and stuff. But you know, to each their own. But yeah.
I mean, I think I'm just not that into chicken because he also loves Dave's.
S tier.
I disagree.
So then, what would you think is your choice of protein? Your S tier.
I'm gonna get fish. I'm gonna get shivers.
Really?
Yeah. I think I could
I don't
be a
know.
pescatarian.
Really?
For sure. Yeah. Because even now, when I buy groceries for myself, I don't buy meat because I don't. I'm not scared, but like, maybe a little scared. But I just don't want to go into preparing it, and it's just gross. I see Marguerite will like leave a plate of thawed chicken on the counter. I'm like, Marguerite, that can't be sanitary.
So then, what do you just eat the raw fish or what?
I mean, now that I'm cooking for
Poke
myself,
bowls?
oh, I love a poke bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, should we get poke tonight? Well, you. When I buy groceries for myself, I don't buy meat. I'll get my protein from like I get a lot of beans because it's cheap protein, easy to make.
But you gotta have a lot of it.
Well, that too. Marg is getting on me for not eating enough protein, but I don't know. I just don't want to prepare meat.
Yeah, I've been doing what happened? No, this week I didn't even buy groceries. Like I was saying, like there's a lot of groups on campus that like they buy food.
Yeah,
and
that
they need
too.
people to show up, but I'm like, I mean, not only is it convenient, right? I don't have to go buy groceries, but I'm like, dude, I haven't had breakfast. Like I haven't even had lunch or breakfast, and I'm like, okay, I'll go there.
Yeah,
but usually I'll make like rice for a couple days, and then I have like frozen vegetables.
Okay.
Because sometimes those are cheaper than the actual fresh ones.
Yeah.
And you get like a bigger bundle of them, like the cauliflower and the broccoli.
Yeah.
Throw them in the air fryer. Put some nice
air fryer.
Yeah.
Oh.
My mom got me it. Shout out to my mom.
Very nice.
She got me an air fryer because back home we had one, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get you one. I'm gonna get you." I was like, "Okay."
Nice.
And yeah, I'll do like some chicken, or if not, what did I do last time? Some ground beef.
Yeah.
And just make a little like stir fry type thing. Rice, vegetables, simple.
Even though it's less convenient, I will say I like cooking. It's nice to just kind of not think about anything else.
Yes.
I will kind of put all of my responsibilities and my stressors from the day like on the back burner.
And you know what
Pun
I'm into
intended.
making? Salsas.
Ooh.
Yeah, I made a really good one. I just ran out of chips.
The bowl, like the mojete?
No, el molcajete, no. I did it in the blender. But now I want to start buying chilies, like different types of chilies. Because obviously King Supers, they just got your basic green, bell pepper, and jalapeno, maybe some serranos. But
You could probably grow some in the summer.
yeah,
My dad grows serrano chilies. They're good.
and they don't take that long to.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You can just and it just like
But
a
the only
pot.
thing is, there's a dog,
And
and he shits all over the place.
you think you'd shit in your peppers?
Well, I mean, it may be like good for it. Right?
True.
But I'd have to clean up the space back there and do it. That'd be kind of cool though.
A garden would be so cool.
Just gotta talk to Jacob about it, man.
I'm sure he would love to garden.
He's gonna tell me you're not doing it right. What do you mean?
Is it growing?
Fuck. You need a UV light setup. You need to give it its proper nitrous
His setup last
oxide.
year. That was crazy. Oh, sorry. But yeah, cooking it's relaxing.
Yeah,
And it's
no,
something
yeah.
nice that you can do for yourself. It's a form of self-care for
Do you
sure.
have a dishwasher though?
We do.
You lucky bastard.
Yeah, Coulter would not do dishes if we didn't.
It's all hand washed for us here.
I don't mind that. I had that in Sweden. Sometimes I just get in the zone.
Now when you have like 6, 7, 8, 12 dishes per person, it's like
Per person.
Per person.
yeah,
that many dishes?
yeah,
actually,
because we like prepare stuff and then
Mhm.
you use different like forks and different.
Or sometimes we're like when you're doing dishes, you just like wait until like it's like filled, right? Or do you do them right away?
I try to do them
Yeah.
as soon as possible, or if not, just like wipe them off so that way when I'm done eating,
That's valid.
mm-hmm.
But no, but sometimes it'll just like pile up, bro. That's the worst. Those days, I
Then
remember
it gets stinky, dude.
when we were living in towers, and like sometimes that, because it was me, Xavier, and Ben living together, that sink would be disgusting, bro. Because sometimes like I'd like go home sometimes, like, or the worst days were like I just did all the dishes and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna go home for the weekend. I come back and there's like 10 in there. I was like, bro, I just did the dishes. But again, it's not anyone's fault or anything. It just happened. You know, people are gonna use dishes.
Someone's fault.
No, it just happens. You know, but like,
But you didn't even need to cook in towers.
No, but
we
like
had meal swipes.
No, but like, but again,
Yeah,
cooking.
I never like
cooking
the only
is
time
nice.
I cooked was like maybe pancakes or maybe I don't know, like a quesadilla. But that was just like a
but it's fun, dude. Cooking's fun. You know, it's a skill.
Now we know, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now you
in
definitely
towers,
need it. No, but yeah.
Even though that food makes it rumble in the tummy.
This is actually,
especially the chicken place that opened up in Halls. Remember Spring Quarter?
Oh, the chicken tenders,
the tenders and but the onion rings were so fire at that spot.
I think that was all that Joe ate. Like he was like, you gotta try the chicken tender. I was like,
yeah,
it was good, but not coming.
Dude, no. I mean, it's weird. So now I'm gonna be living in Halls now, and so down there, that area now, like where we used to. Well, first we saw it be a dining hall, then we saw it be that chicken place. Now it's the C store, and honestly, there's nothing good in there. But it's just like it's the automated one with the lots of cameras and stuff. But
where the
there's no one working there. You just go and you scan your stuff, and then you just pick up and leave. Funny story. So yesterday, I went to go pick up my key. And then we went to the C-store just to grab some stuff. And then,
you already spending money, dog?
No, I was spending it on my brother's dime because he had it. But anyway, we go there, and then like obviously they have all anything you would need. Like so they got Band-Aids, like they've got like Neosporin, whatever. So like they had tampons there. So I picked one up and I was like, bro, you never know when you'll need one. So I gave it to my brother. He was like, bro, put it back. He puts it back. He comes back. They charged him for it.
He should just taken it.
It's hilarious. No, I mean like he just put it back, but like it was just like again that just shows you like technology is still evolving. It's still not perfect yet, but like it's still crazy that we have it here.
AI is gonna take our jobs, man.
They already are.
Dude, mine it could probably take mine, to be honest. Not the RA one, but you know.
Not the RA one.
Your job is useless, Mubeen.
Me, yeah, pretty much.
He's gonna become obsolete.
Well, I think it's gonna be more. It's gonna be like because it's not at the point where it's like it can fully take over yet. But what's it gonna be? It's gonna be. Oh, thanks for the mic back. No, you're good.
She's just like.
It's like. I give it like 5 years. It's not going to be like, oh, AI is taking your job. It's going to be people who use AI and people who don't.
Yeah.
And like people who
or
don't.
People that know how to manage it and work with it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't need to like me, like, yeah, I know how to code a little bit, but the AI stuff is beyond me. But like for me, like I'll use it, like you use it as a tool, like how we use Excel nowadays. Like you think when Excel came out in like 97, people were like, oh my God, they're going to get rid of accountants. Instead now today, some people probably did say that like, oh, they're going to get rid of accountants. Like anyone can use it. But nowadays what it's like everyone uses Excel as a tool. And if you don't, you're behind.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be. It's going to become a tool.
I still use paper and pencil.
Yeah. Yeah. To keep your books. Yeah. For your records and stuff. Yeah.
For the records, yep.
Yeah.
I print out all the PDF forms and then I make them nice.
Dude, honestly, like I think I'm gonna have a filing cabinet wherever I'm at, just because you need hard copies sometimes, right? You just need like, I may not look like it, dude, but like when it comes to like all forms and stuff, I'm pretty organized there. But Anyway, we can
For sure.
stop talking about the professionalism stuff.
throwback.
Wow.
For sure, bro.
Yeah.
For sure, bro.
Listen. You gotta have your
He did not
records.
say that at least
He
once
didn't
on the-
say it at all.
He didn't say it at all.
Because you know what? No, it was
For the
during his interview.
podcast.
And then we said it.
You know why, bro? Because
For sure, bro.
other people have to be there to say something.
Yeah.
Like with you and him, it's just having a conversation. You're asking him questions and stuff like that. Here, I'm saying something, and Olivia's thinking I'm full of shit. So like, she's saying, "Oh, for sure."
That's
But-
it's in response
It's
to
a
some
response.
bullshit that somebody said. It's in response. You should have. Vincent hit
This is
the
hilarious.
hardest for
Oh
sure,
my
bro.
God, this is so
We went to
funny.
go see the new Ant-Man,
Terrible
Okay.
movie,
which was
by the
not
way.
good.
Terrible movie.
really bad. Sidebar: I saw this TikTok about how the superhero genre is
It's like
dying.
westerns.
Yeah,
they're
it's dying like
westerns.
old westerns.
Oh.
It's like a saturated
Yeah.
market, and now
People aren't excited about them anymore. Honestly, they should have stopped after Endgame.
for sure.
Yeah.
But anyways, we went to go see Ant-Man, and when it was over, this group in front of us, this guy started talking about what was he talking
And
about?
who less did he talk to? Vincent.
Well, he was here. You tell the story because I don't.
This is so funny. So I'm not gonna spoil anything because some people may not have seen the movie yet. But the movie happens, the end credit scene happens. Vincent, he has a temper sometimes. Like it's really funny. He like the end credit scenes happen and he goes, "Damn, now I have to watch the Loki show. Are you kidding me?" He's pissed. And then like some guy like in the row in front of us goes, "Oh man, you just gotta pirate it. You just gotta pirate it." And then he was just like, and Vincent like is Vincent. He just starts talking. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I didn't even finish Moon Knight." And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I pirated Moon Knight. Moon Knight is crazy." And like this guy for 5 minutes, he's just talking. And then Vincent goes, "Oh, for sure, bro." Vincent with the hardest one I've ever heard. And then, okay, we leave. And like, I don't see, because it's still dark, so I don't see who's behind me. I still hear this guy yapping. And like, I still hear him talking. I thought he held Vincent up. I thought like he held him hostage. I was like, "Bro, someone got to go rescue him." And Vincent's like, "No, bro, I left. He's probably talking to himself right now." But it was crazy. But,
Have you heard the origin of where For Sure Bro started? Or at least when I
With
started,
Vincent.
with that when I
No,
started
no.
making fun of him. It was on the trip for I think it was for Seattle,
Really?
Washington. So we went into the gas station and we went to go pick up Black and Miles, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and the attendant he used to have gauges, and you could tell
This story is
Because-
so funny.
It's so funny.
because his ears were drooping, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, "Yo, I've been thinking about getting gauges. They look so cool." And he's like, "Yeah, but now they just look like saggy titties," and I was like, "That's funny." And then I leave. I check out. I was like, "All right, thanks." And then he asked Vincent something, or he talks to him about something. I don't remember what it is. And then I just kind of hang back, and I'm like, "Oh, that's tight." Like, ask him a question, get him talking.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, "All right, let me just go outside." And then all I hear is from Vincent to the guy, like, "Oh, for sure, bro. That's tight." And I was like, what?
I can't even. I wish I remembered more of the context.
But
But Vincent was mortified walking out of that gas station.
I think, again, this is your guys' story. I wasn't there for this spring break trip either. But like, I remember when you were telling me about it, it was like Vincent was behind you
He
and
was
you didn't
behind me. He was-
realize it. So you
He
were
was
talking
checking
to
out
them.
I was talking to him.
You were
and
talking
I
to the
didn't
guy,
realize
yeah.
it, and then all of a
Yeah, and
sudden
then
he was buying like I think sponges because
Yeah.
we didn't buy sponges.
And then
or
so
something
the
like that.
attendant, he was just like, "Yeah, they look like saggy titties," and like he's talking about his ears, and like you're still talking to him. Vincent out of nowhere goes, "Oh, for
Yeah,
sure,
like,
bro."
nobody even acknowledged Vincent.
Not in the
It was
conversation.
me and
He
the
said-
guy,
Yeah, he
and
said,
then
"Oh, for sure," to the guy
Vincent
talking
was
about
just
his
like-
gauges, bro.
For sure, bro. I was like, yeah.
Bro, this is one
It
of my
was-
favorite
it was-
stories. And then I remember you guys came back and you guys were all like telling us like stories about what was happening, and he was mortified, and that's when we started making fun of him for it.
No, that
But-
was one of those Vincent moments where like
Oh
the joke
my
comes
God.
from, "Oh, he's gonna stay up tonight thinking about
Oh
this."
yeah, oh my god, he stays up. Like maybe not anymore, but like we used to make
Yeah,
fun
I
of
think.
him.
Yeah.
He's sleeping good.
He's sleeping good, but like but anyway, no, like it's like Yo, but you'd be like, oh my god, like, okay, this one time he was over at my apartment. Okay, I'm sorry to take this mic away from you, Olivia. This is becoming a Vincent story session, I guess. He's
a funny guy.
no, I love that man, bro. But like, he comes over, he's spending the night at my apartment, like over the summer, and like he's sleeping on my futon, and it's really funny because there's a crack down the middle, so it's like very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
But he's sleeping on it. But also, I didn't want to go to my bedroom and just leave him in the living room alone, so I slept on the couch as well. We were sleeping in the same room. And then like he's lying down and he goes, because he's just overthinking stuff. And I'm like, bro, what's going on? He's just like, bro, the bad thoughts are coming back. But again, he's all good. It's funny stuff. But like,
he's got to get that demon juice out.
No, it's okay. Sometimes I'll be up at night too. But it's just
not like
okay.
Vincent, man.
Yeah, we all have that. But
which is where the joke comes from.
Yeah.
Man, that guy, man.
That guy.
Well, he was telling me when I went back, and I guess this is the last story because we're going for a while now.
Oh yeah.
But Vincent was telling me that when we were leaving, right before we left, you know how we stopped at King Supers, I think, to get some food right before we went to the airport. Vincent was already angry at me because I had the camera, and I was shoving it in everyone's faces, right? And I was like, "This is good footage."
Oh my god.
And Vincent admitted to me that he went up to Aubrey and he's like, "Please give me the strength. What do I do? How do I stay calm and relax over the course of this trip?" And I don't know what Aubrey told him, but he was like, admitted to me that before we even got on the flight, he was pissed. He's like,
he was for sure.
Yeah, but then he saw the video that came out of it.
I know,
like,
but
it's great.
But even he was angry with me because I stayed up that night, even after we landed in Spokane. Yeah, we landed in Spokane.
You stayed up the night we were at Jacob's?
Yeah, I stayed up that entire night.
Doing what?
Doing my final.
Oh.
I had a final to turn in. And Vincent was still pissed at me in the morning. He's like, fuck. I don't know why. And he said, he's like, I don't know why I was mad, but I guess we're cool now.
I mean, I will say, like, it's kind of disorienting having the camera when we're not used to it. We were all kind of giving Ollie some... We were all
the camera, man.
Well, okay.
Camera
he doesn't count. We were all kind of being like, "Oh my god, Ollie with his fucking
like
camera."
Like, oh, this is embarrassing, like.
But when you see the video, it's more than worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And now, if you bring it, which I hope you do on spring break,
yeah, of course,
I will make sure we don't.
But I even made a cameo when you guys came to the gate. When we were at the airport
when Mubeen almost missed his flight.
Yeah.
I saw myself in the video. I was like, "Hey, I'm that's me."
Yeah. It's crazy how that shit turned out, but
it's beautiful work, and we appreciate what you do.
No, dude, it's great.
Because
you do have a talent, man.
Giving an outlet for it too to preserve it, right?
You do,
and even this is for you guys as well. Like future generations, kids, if that's in the picture, or family.
Shut up.
What was that?
Yeah, I don't know. But like you can even show this. This is gonna be online forever.
No.
And you can show this to family members, to people this is what I was doing in college. These are the people that I knew in college.
Yeah. I'm gonna send this to my mom.
Yeah.
No, it's great. It's really funny too because it's like it's more for us than anyone. Like anyone can watch it, but like we're talking about these stories. We have these references to our friends and
like
stuff.
how you guys were saying. Like I don't go out much. I don't go spend time with you guys, but this is our time.
And again, no, Ollie, that's something. That's just because we miss you, dog.
Like this is really genuine, and no, I know I really need to make more effort.
No, you're okay.
I have it across the board. I'm lacking of giving time, even family and going.
You're busy, dude. It's okay.
But still,
But no, it's great, and I think like the best part of seeing that video is like, I mean, even though I'm only in a small part of it, but for you guys especially, it's like 10 years down the line, you can look back like, dang, we went on this trip. You guys are making memories.
And even you can be like, no, I knew people that
I was there. I was there.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
the crazy
cool.
thing is, like, I think about what our parents showed us, like maybe a handful of pictures.
Exactly.
But I have so much content
to
show.
Documented generation thus far.
Yeah.
Anthropologists are gonna love our generation.
They're gonna love us
because they're gonna be like, "Yo,
see something insane, bro."
They're probably gonna be mad at us because there's so much.
They're not gonna be able to know what was going on.
Yeah, it just crazy to think about. I have years and years of Snapchat
Digital
memories.
footage and
Yeah.
content.
I've got 8,000 photos on my phone too.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Mhm.
More than enough.
But all right, we have an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, he's like,
Whoa.
dang.
Well, it's like that.
Time flies.
Well, thanks for having us, Ollie.
Yeah, I appreciate.
But any last shout outs? Any people that you want to shout out?
Shout out my mom and my dad for being great people and helping me come to Colorado and study here and make these cool friends.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Olivia's parents as well.
We're not even gonna
But yeah, no, dude. Honestly, shout out to you, dude. Thanks for having us.
thank you, guys.
It's so cool what you're doing, dude. And
Thank you.
I do watch every episode, dude.
Yeah.
And try to, like, even if it's not on time, like, I'll try to see.
Well,
like,
now
what's going
if
on.
you don't have time to watch it, you can listen to it. I'm
Yeah,
trying to make
no.
it easier for people just to
no,
listen.
yeah, and like, but it's
and
just cool
since
what you're doing.
because I know for some people it's not as engaging because they don't know the people, but like for people like
for us,
that are
yeah,
a part of DU community, you know, we know the people and we'll be engaged just with the audio because we know what the people already look like. You know?
yeah, that's true. I wonder what I'm gonna like, just close my eyes, picture what I looked like in the moment, and then like when I actually want to find out, I just got to look at the video,
Mhm.
But that's the thing. I'm not really a podcast listener, but listening to this, it's like I'm with my friends.
Yeah,
I'm listening
yeah.
to.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you throw it on the car, it's just like, oh yeah, it's like that one time.
Yeah.
We're together.
I throw it like now. I've been a podcast whore for like 8 months now. Like I
Mhm.
just listen to almost anything, right? That interests me per se. And I'll put it on while I'm doing homework. And there's this really cool room in MFJS,
Mm.
like the studio,
Mhm.
but I call it the man cave because nobody's in there.
Man cave.
And it's just all computers and this huge flat screen TV, like 75-inch. Better than here, right? Look at our flat screen. It's
Yeah.
nothing. But I'll put on videos of podcasts and I'll just put it in the background. I'm like, damn, this is perfect. This is exactly what it is like.
Yeah.
That's my vision of it. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
But all right, so last closing remarks. Now we are coming into what is this week?
9.
9.
Oh my god.
But yeah, episodes are now on Apple Podcasts. I just uploaded that and set
Woo.
up that whole shebang because that was kind of a hassle, a struggle to set up. But now we're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and then also we upload every Sunday. So for everyone out there, and then comment, see what you like, send a message out to Olivia if you know him and Mubeen. And we're working to get more guests. So yeah, stay tuned for more and thank you.
Exciting stuff.
Mm-hmm.